all of them, for the last 20 years, 3 or 4 times a year. So we weren't shocked about anything other than the fact that we didn't get here earlier in our lives. And everybody asked me why Kauai. It was actually a coin toss between here and Maui. We knew we weren't going to go to the Big Island. It's just too volcanic, and too many earthquakes down there. And Oahu is nothing more than Los Angeles in a tropical environment.
Do you love living here?
We do. Get used to the little small things, so like no balls. So as we make this turn, we're going to head in towards Waialeale, our extinct volcano. The walls are right 3,000 feet from the base up into the clouds there. There'll be a unique waterfall in the back of the crater known as a weeping wall, where the water is coming out of the wall. The crater.
How high is the tallest waterfall?
How high is the tallest waterfall? Continuous flowing about 2,700 feet. But when these waterfalls flow after heavy rains, they're well above 3,000 feet. That's a very good question, Piper.
This is the wettest place on Earth, right?
Well, they say, if you look on our maps, it'll say the rainiest or wettest spot on Earth. But actually, there are 3 places on Earth that has an equal amount of rainfall. Top of this mountain that we just left, top of the volcano. On the east side of Maui, over on the Hana area, that will get an equal amount of rain of about 400 inches a year. And there's a place in India, because of the monsoons, the hurricanes, that is also very rainy. So we want to say we kind of share that distinction here. We're actually in a drought. They've only registered about 380 inches of rain up there in the last 4 years. As we come out of the crater area, you're going to see flat layered albizia forests forming off our nose. The albizia tree gets its unique look because it grows horizontally, almost like pancakes out here.
More like a weed now, right?
It is a very invasive tree. Grows 5 to 8 feet a year in all directions, creates very dense forest, cuts all the sunlight out to the vegetation below, ends up killing them. So yes, it's like a weed of the tree world. You can see on the left-hand side the albizia battling with the eucalyptus trees. Those are the pointy trees coming up through the albizia forest.
So is it called Garden Isle because of all the trees?
Yep, because of the less greenness.
It kind of looks like a road.
You may see a little road out here. Getting back towards civilization, there'll be some cattle ranching areas here on the left-hand side and some old sugarcane roads. These all used to be sugarcane fields. Now we were in the big volcano. If you look at the right-hand side, the little one is about 2 miles away, known as Kilo Hana, this gentle little hill with a very shallow crater up there, believed to be about 600,000 years ago.
had done that mountain tubing through the sugarcane plantation. Where is that?
Probably right down below us.
I thought so.
It's the old flumes that brought the water up to Lake Kapai'a. How was that flume ride? I've never been on it.
Oh, it was great. Fantastic.
Is the water cold or warm?
It's not too cold. It's fine.
Okay.
Like swimming pool.
When I was living in Los Angeles with my wife, we had a pool there, and she hates cold water, so the pool temperature always had to be 90 degrees and above, and it starts growing very weird things. So it's hard to keep all the algae and the plants out of the pool. Liza waterfall we're going to see today is the only major waterfall on the island that you can drive to. It is known as Wailua Falls. It'll initially be on the left-hand side, and we'll put it out to Marcy and Jim's side. And it has the distinction of being used in the TV program Fantasy Island. Some of us may remember that program.
They plan.
That is exactly right. They play. This is right at the beginning of the TV program. I see a little truck parked on the side of the road right at the curve there. That's the trail that leads down to the bottom, so there may be someone in the pond underneath the waterfall or behind the waterfalls. Nope, I don't see anybody there. They must be en route. Alright guys, we're going to be on the ground in about 4 minutes or so. So in preparation for landing, turning off microphones, I'll give them back to you once we land. We'll keep the doors closed upon landing. The loaders will open them for us. Then they're going to direct you to a little blue square. Hang around that blue square until everybody gets out there, and then it'll be picture time if you so desire. You will have a chance to comment on today's flight, good or bad. I encourage you to do that either on our computers or on the comment cards. We review everybody's comments on a daily basis, and we try to improve our operation based on what people say and want. And as we cross the ridge here, Hawaii Beach Resort will be on the left-hand side. And for those of you staying in this area and walk along the beach, you'll probably think, man, there's a lot of trash here. We're not that trashy normally. What you're seeing is debris from the Japanese earthquake and tsunami that occurred 3 years ago. Hundreds of millions of tons of debris went out into the open ocean, and it is now washing up on the east side of all the Hawaiian Islands. I will sometimes walk these beaches and pick up some real interesting stuff. Glass bottles, Japanese writing on them. right, guys, all good things must come to an end, so we're almost down. I want to thank you for flying with me today. Hope you had a great time. Enjoy yourself.